evening, everyone. My name is Wang. I come from Beihang University. Today, I will talk about the industrialization process of Chinese orthopedic surgical robot. We all know there are so many patients in both China and all over the world every year. So orthopedic surgery is always a very big market. And we know for many bones, they have very complicated structures like the pelvis bones. And also many bones are very difficult to be fully exposed. And on the other hand, bone is a hard tissue, so it's very suitable for the robot to be used to do many operations on the bones. So we can see in the industry right now, the top 5 orthopedic device manufacturers like Stryker, Johnson & Johnson, Zimmer, Smith & Nephew, Medtronic, they all have their orthopedic robot product, meaning they buy the startup companies, meaning they develop by themselves. But we can see all the companies, the top companies are doing many investment in this field. So we can see the orthopedic surgery is a very hot field, and they have very good potential in the future applications. In so many years ago, I think it's maybe like 17 years ago, this is the first orthopedic surgery which was robot assisted that in China. So we can see on the right side, that one is me. It's a younger me. So this is the first surgery. We do it in Jishui Hospital, and we use a very simple robot developed by Beihang University, and we do the first orthopedic surgery, which is industrial intramedullary internal fixation for the tibia fracture. This is TNG robot, which is the most successful orthopedic surgery robot system, which gets CFDA registration. And right now it has been used in many hospitals all over China, and has been done more than 3,700 operations. It's already a product. So it accounts for more than 8% of Chinese orthopedic surgical robot market. So it has a very important impact in the surgical robot system market in China. And just in this year, the company which built the TNG robot, which is called T-Navy, has gone public in China in July 2020. And right now it was more than 30 billion RMB. So it's also a very important thing in the industrial of surgical robot system in China, which improves the company build this innovative device, such like surgical robot can go public, can earn some money. And how all the things begin? It begins from a project which called 863 project in China. And at first, the clinical requirement is very straightforward. That is for the tibia fracture. They want to use the minimally invasive techniques such as intramedullary nails to do the internal fixation. And the distal locking is always a problem for the surgeons. So they want the engineering team to build a system, help them to do the distal locking. And right now, here comes the project. We build a very simple structure, which we call the 4DOF parallel robot, which can do the internal fixation of the distal locking of intramedullary nails, and they use only 2 intra-operational X-ray images, and we use the algorithm called biplanar. So we use only two X-ray images from lateral and postural and AP views, and we can calculate the drill trajectory of the distal locking hole. So that's the project about. And we do the Chinese first robot-assisted orthopedic surgery in 2004, and the Chinese first remote orthopedic surgery in 2006. And in that time, we came up an idea which called remote planning surgery mode. So compare with teleoperational surgery, we call it teleplanning. That because in our system, we didn't require like the high-speed real-time transformation or for the remote surgery. We just acquired two intraoperational images from lateral and AP views, and we send the images to the distal, expert side, and they can do the planning with the software, and all the planning informations can be transformed to the control signals for the robot and send it to the local surgery site. So the robot will move according to the planning, which is done by the remote expert. So the robot can help the local surgeons to do the surgery in the local site. So this is the first remote surgery in China, which the expert, which one do the planning is in Beijing, and the surgery is done in Yan'an, Shanxi province, which is a very long distance from here. The project I talk about is just became the first generation of Chinese orthopedic surgery robot. And T-Navy take 5 years to get to the CFDA approval. And that's the first, Chinese orthopedic surgery robot. And meanwhile, the company and also working with Beihang University to develop the second generation, which called GD2000 robot. So for this system, it expanded clinic indications to 4 indications, including femoral neck and like SI screw fixation, something like that, and also begin to start marketing. So for the first generation of the robot, actually the sales is very poor, close to none. But for the second generation, because it can do more, can use in more surgeries, more different kind of surgeries. So the clinic is more open to this new technology. They start to, and also start to try to the remote surgery services. And also there are some hospitals buy the second generation of the robots. But due to the structure and all the control systems, the system can be used only in several indications, which is still like a good problem when want to do the big, expand the clinic applications. So for the third generation, we just redeveloped the whole system. We used the 6DOF robot arm, working with the tracking system, like the NDI tracking system. We call it a special position algorithm based on online calibration. So we didn't use just the biplanar algorithm. So that becomes the Tianji robot, the third generation robot. Right now applied in 35 hospitals in 17 provinces. And the first time to realize the application of orthopedic robot system in secondary hospitals, which is like more local hospitals in smaller cities. And the system can improve the overall level of orthopedic treatment in China and promote the homogenization of medical resources. So if we go over the industrialization process of this first Chinese orthopedic surgery robot, we can say from 2005, when T-Navy was established just to do the commercialization of this scientific achievement. So it takes 5 years, takes the company 5 years to get the SFDA certification. So for that 5 years, it's like right now we say from 0 to 1. it just they do the things from a scientific achievement to this product. So in this time, these 5 years, there were no income at all, and the company was supported by all kinds of projects in China. And from 2010 and 2012, this company absorbed some investment. So there were some VC invest some money to the company, and they developed their second generation of products, and the products go on market and on sale. So that is also very important. It's like from 1 to 10. So they get the CFDA certification, they have product, and also they sell the product. So it's right now it's a commercial product, not just a certificated product. In 2015, the company was listed on the new OTC market. So they go to the capital market and with a market value of 2.5 billion RMB. So they open their sources to get more money investment in the company. So they have more money to go faster. In 2016, the third generation, which is a Tianji robot, went on sale. So that's a very important time for the company because the third generation of robots have a brand new structure and also very good application range. So the market shows very good responses. And into 2020, they were listed on the SSE Star market. Right now, they were worth more than 13 billion RMBs. So it's the first surgical robot company which go on the stock market in China. So when we go over the history of the company, we can see it's a long range. It takes them more than 15 years to get on the capital market. It's a long time and also a lot of obstacles they have to go through. And what's the future? And that's something which we were thinking. We think the intelligent fracture reduction robot maybe somehow represents the next generation of orthopedic surgery, because for minimal invasive treatment, right now it's the trend all over the world. The surgery should go more and more minimal invasive. And right now, the new technology brings a lot of clinic problems to the surgeons. For orthopedic surgery for trauma, such like pelvis trauma, if they want to do close reduction, they have to do a lot of radiation. So, and also it's very difficult. It requires a lot of surgeons and a lot of time to do that. And also for the fixation, the surgeon requires the surgeon have a lot of experience to do the surgery. And if they can only use 2D based surgical planning, it has some potential safety problems. So that's what we were doing now. We want to develop the new intelligent orthopedic surgical robot, which has 3D real-time navigation, AI planning, and automatic operation. We can cover the whole surgical procedures, including close reduction and the minimal invasive fixation. Right now, we can do the real-time 3D navigation of trauma surgery because of the fracture. The bone structure is not fixed, so they can be changed. So we use some image registration techniques from preoperative CT and intraoperative images. We have already done some cadaver test. In the future, we think the orthopedic surgery will be involved to what we call the 4.0 stages, which is innovative solutions for intelligent orthopedic surgery. So it will be like a loop from the pre-operation side to intraoperative operation and also post-operation data access and the training things. So you will be personalized images modeling and automatic navigation. And when the patient go to the operation room, there will be a robot assisted perform operation, and also some new, like innovative orthopedic surgical instruments. Maybe there will be new ways to do the surgery and new techniques. And when they, after the surgery, there will be a accumulation, evaluation, and a training of the massive medical data. So which is also very important. So I think the whole idea is everything goes like a loop, and the data will be the very important things to go through all the process. And this new data will be like new medical knowledge database. So there will be new techniques, new ideas for the new surgeries. So that is what we're looking at in the future. That's all. Thank you for your attention.